everybody, it's Dale from Dale Dumbs It Down, and today I want to talk to you about the iPhone 11 and whether or not you should upgrade. First, let's talk about the two models they came out with, the standard 11 and the 11 Pro. Technically, there's an 11 Pro Max. Yeah, it's a bigger screen size. So they also added 3 cameras to the Pro and the Pro Max. The standard 11 has just 2 camera lenses, one for regular and the next one for wide. The Pro and the Pro Max gives you also a super wide. Now, they also added a new, or I should say they upgraded the CPU, the chip inside the phone. So now instead of 2 blinks, it's only 1 blink to launch your app. So typically people ask me, Dale, should I upgrade? Well, it really does depend on what you're trying to use this for. If you're a business user, Apple still hasn't really focused on the business user as far as most business users enjoy. The big selling feature of the Samsung Note series is that fun stylus. And I know Apple's got their Apple Pencil. Everybody was hoping they would come up with some type of way of storing or having something similar to that. You know, them copying Android. Now, they did come out with some other new features like better battery life. It's kind of interesting. They only compare the battery life to the 10, not to, like, they don't compare the Pro to the standard 11. They say the standard iPhone 11 should give you a couple hours extra compared to the 10. And if you go all the way up to the Max, you'll get a whopping 5 hours extra versus the 10. So now let me tell you what they kind of messed up on. And that is, they were supposed to come out with Bi-Directional Charging. What? Actually, they came out with it. Bi-Directional Charging allows you to take one iPhone and charge another device with it just by setting it on top of it. Like maybe your AirPods. The problem is they put the hardware in, but they didn't activate it. Because they supposedly, the rumors are, the lowdown, is that they weren't happy with the performance. So the hardware's in there. Whether they come out with it later totally depends on if they're able to fix the problems. Now, as far as would I upgrade, here's my personal thought process behind it. It's not a huge change over the 10. I mean, yeah, granted, there's some of the battery or the power issues, nice lenses, but haven't we been doing okay with the 10 so far? And the price point is really kind of drastic, especially when it comes to the Pro series. I mean, over $1,000. Now, granted, the 11, oh man, it's kind of cool. They broke the price down. They brought it down $50, down to $699 versus what they were charging for the 10R. And that's pretty cool. Maybe Apple's caught on to the price point of $699 being about the most someone will pay to upgrade a phone every single year. And that's what I do. Well, I should say that's not what I do. I don't upgrade every year. I'm a huge Samsung fan. I do have iPhones in my house. I have this one here I use for demoing all the time. I have family members and friends that have iPhones. I try to keep up on all the lingo for the iPhones. But when it comes to my devices, I skip a generation. So I upgrade like every 2 years, sometimes every 3 years. You know, back when the Note 7 came out and kind of started blowing up stuff. I skipped that one really quickly. So again, it totally depends if you feel like you're really missing out. And that's probably my bigger point here is ask yourself, do I really need those features? Have I been able to live for the past year without these features? You probably have. But I get it. Some of us like to have the cool tools, all the cool phones that all the cool kids have. So that's kind of my input. Again, I didn't see anything that like kind of totally blew me away. A lot of the things that they announced, I've had for a while on the Android side of things. And again, don't get me wrong. Steve Jobs changed the technology world with the invention of the iPhone. And I think he did a fantastic job of the innovation of it. I just haven't seen very much of innovation lately. But who knows? Maybe next year we'll get a better model. Okay, until next time, remember, be safe and keep your family safe too. So that wraps up another episode of Dale Dumbs It Down. Hey, do me a favor. Hit that little subscribe button down below. That'll actually help out this channel. As well as if you want to be notified when we release something new so that you can learn something new, hit that notification button. I think YouTube will notify you. They used to.